Hello everyone. Today I am opening Roblox Studio and I have finally decided to make my first horror game. First, let's test out the artificial intelligence assistant. I will ask to make me a horror game. Maybe then we will not have to learn to script and to model. I want the game to be super spooky with light effects and scary sounds, and I will hope to make a scary ghost that chases you. This looks promising. A ghost and a spooky tree with lighting effects. That should be spooky, right? I'll move them into place and play test the game. Okay, maybe I will have to learn how to actually make the game myself, although this lightning effect is pretty lit. I call this a fail. Let's go back to the drawing board. There are a few things that jump into my mind when I think of making a game. First thing I ever see when I play a game is the menu screen, and I want a menu that gives the game time to load and has animations of some kind. Next, I want to make a spooky place to play. I am thinking of a farmhouse in the forest. Then I want to make an enemy of some kind that chases you and maybe captures the players. Everything will really come together when we add in scary sounds and background music. And finally, with the addition of clues to find and objectives to complete, I will be well on my way to making my first ever horror game on Roblox. We are back on a blank base plate, and I will start with making a loading screen. I will add a screen GUI and put a frame to hold everything. I will set GUI to ignore GUI and set to fill the screen and set full screen sizing. I also changed the color to black to hide the game. I've decided to start the game with a video and to trigger the other elements like the title as the video plays. I want to give the player something to watch while they wait for loading. I want to write a script that plays sounds and shows the title as if the player might be watching television and something scary happens. Let's see if the video plays. Okay, this will work. I will stop the video around this point. This is where the loading screen comes together. I will place all the elements where I want them to appear and get ready to write the script to animate the intro. I think it's important to place everything just right. I will add a local script now. This is where I will put all of the sounds I will refer to in my script. I still have lots to learn when it comes to scripting a game. My goal is to have all the sounds easy to reference and to sequence the events in some kind of spooky way. I will do this by staggering the different sounds and playing with the visibility of the text. I believe I might be done with the intro. I double-check all the names of the elements and see that sounds match what's in my script. Let's play test it. Oh wow, this is better than I thought it would be. The sounds are playing in the right order, and the sequence of the images and typewriter effect is so cool. It looks like I forgot to hide the player list and chat. I will make a note to change this in another script. I will hide them and bring them back after the loading screen. I also think I want to change the mouse icon. It's a bit annoying and the game will be set in first-person view, so I think a smaller dot will look better. Let's add those scripts now. New image for the mouse. Disable walk speed and chat as well as the player list should be hidden for the 30 seconds. Sweet, they are hidden. I think I will call this a win. To me it looks like the guy eats a sandwich and potentially dies. The story is then told by the guy who died. I warn any players this is a horror game and there will be jump scares. I give the game 30 seconds to load and all the elements are hidden I don't want displayed. That's great. Now I can start to build the models for the game. I have decided to make the game play out on a spooky farm. I will need to model a barn and some horse stables. I want a scary farmhouse and I want some fields of wheat and corn as well. If I get the lighting right, it will be the perfect setting to scare the player right from the start. I've created placeholders for where I want all the buildings and fields to go and have even added an invisible boundary line to keep players inside the farm. I think to start, I will grab buildings from the toolbox and model better ones at a later time. We are starting to make a difference. I really like the distant trees and the fields turned out awesome. The cornfield, however, has over 16,000 parts and I need to make a better one. Maybe you can help me. I think it's time to go on. This is another win. I can now make an angry ghost that will chase the player around the map and some kind of jump scare. I don't know anything about pathfinding yet, so my goal is to make an enemy chase you without the need for pathfinding. I will change my avatar to be the ghost and add a script to make it chase. This will take a moment to model and weld all the parts together. I used a creepy hood, a creepy face decal, and some black hair to make the ghost's head. I found out that there are some serious steps involved in welding the new parts onto the old ones, and it can get really confusing really quickly. However, I feel like I am making great progress, and the ghost is getting scarier and scarier the more I keep adding. Just like the intro screen, it is very important that all the new elements fit perfectly together to make it look amazing, and the only thing I can think of that would make it better now is particles. Now let's see what she will look like in the dark and see if we can write the chase script so she can capture the players when they touch. I want her to run, so that's what I choose. Let's see if she gets me in game. Will she come running? There she is. This is another check in the win column. For now she puts you in a cell, but the game still needs spooky sound effects and background music that fits a scary game with ghosts. I choose some sounds from the toolbox library and set them to play at different volumes and at different times. And I will make scripts and server script service to handle and playing for everyone. This is great. Another item from my list completed. Now I think I want to create a clue system with notes that work when the player uses a proximity prompt to activate. They will slide on the screen and slide away to give info as to what to do next. Each note will have a script to play a sound when this happens. I will place the notes around the map to be the clues. Let's see how it works in game. I can really see this being a fun element to the game. It's very immersive. The custom prompts I made look great, and it looks cool when they slide into view. I really like them, but they may visually change later. Now, I want to make objectives that the player has to complete and they will get a note. I will make those notes disappear when the player moves. I want to have a part that you step on and a UI will pop on screen, which is the objective. Also, the items needed will be hidden until then. The objective system became very complicated very quickly. I will make a separate video detailing the process as best as I can. It works great. Let's see if the note works correctly now. And we have success. The note appeared when the objective is completed and slides away when you move. I am so happy. There are so many possibilities with the notes, clues, and objective system that my brain is spinning. I believe we have a really great start for the horror game, and I know that if I keep up this pace, this game will go from alpha to playable this year. I am calling this another huge win. I have gotten all the items from my list done in this video. Thanks for sticking with me until the end. We made an intro screen, we built the farm, we created a chasing ghost, added sound effects and spooky music, and now have something to do in the game. If you have any ideas for me to add, why don't you put a comment to let me know? Hope you enjoyed my first horror game devlog. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. I will be making more progress you don't want to miss.